It's that time of the week again. My goodness, Coach Dave here. Accordion Cool, as you know, is the name of the program you will be witnessing for the next several minutes. And yeah, we got a little bit of a theme going today. Now you may possibly have picked it out from the title of that first tune. The first tune is called Blue Spanish Eyes. 1965, big hit for a fellow named Al Martino. To my knowledge, that's pretty much the only hit he ever had, but he was, a fine singer, just didn't have the right tune, but he had the right tune then. And if it's also vaguely familiar not being Blue Spanish Eyes, it's from an Italian folk song, same melody, Shades of Love Me Tender, same melody as a tune called Moon Over Naples. So they took Moon Over Naples tune, put some new words to it, gave it a new title, and Al Martino made $1 million on it. And I sit here and play it like how many years? Well, I don't want to think how many years later. But anyway, Blue Spanish Eyes, and that is our theme. We're gonna do color songs today. Now, not most of them, but several will be blue, because it seems that blue is the color that people like to give to songs. Now, the obvious one, which I'm not going to play, is Blue Moon, but there's that type of thing. So this next one is from 1963. It was originally written by a fellow named Roy Orbison. Remember Roy Orbison, big 50s star? Well, he wrote this song and recorded it in 1963. He had a minor hit with it. Around 1977, a young lady named Linda Ronstadt came along, and she just had a monster hit on Blue Bayou. Bayou. It actually became the signature song for Linda Ronstadt. That doesn't make a difference who wrote it. I'll take as my signature song, and everybody will think that was Linda Ronstadt's song, but it wasn't. Roy Orbison, blind singer from the 50s, Blue Bayou. Well, this next tune was written in 1869. That's right, 18, not 19, 1869. And it was originally a drinking song. And 1939, the Glenn Miller Orchestra recorded the song, had a big hit on it. Now, I don't know. I'm thinking probably the words and lyrics were still the same from 1869. I'm not sure if they sang anything on this song or it was just an instrumental. But it is called Little Brown Jug. It's a little drinking song. So let's see what happens. Jug, very simple song, not much to it, so, you know, how many times can it play it? Well, this next song is a country tune, and it is one of my favorite country tunes. Now, it's one of the, shall we say, the latter country tunes of the 20th century, when country, I don't know what they call it today, but that's not country. I'm kind of a traditionalist as far as, you know, the country tunes and what they should be and how they should sound. And this one, you know, has that real country sound. 1965, I'm sorry. 1965, and I believe Tom Jones had a real big hit on this, so. It's a sad song. Well, of course, all country songs are a sad song. Either, you know, my truck broke down, my dog died, or my brother ran off with my wife. You know, take your pick. Those, you know, those generally the three subjects of the songs. But this tells a story about coming home, but coming home not for the right reasons. Not for the right reasons. Green, green grass of home. Yep, green, green grass of home. Of course, the last phrase being they'll all come to see me as they lay me beneath the green, green grass of home. He was a bad boy, I guess, and he's, well, what can I say? But it's a pretty tune. It's a pretty tune. All right, okay, enough of that. This tune, 1926, Irving Berlin wrote it, and Rodgers and Hart, you know, my two favorite songwriters, they included it in a show at the last minute that they were writing. Unfortunately, the show went nowhere, but the song has. It's become sort of a jazz standard, too. I kind of like this tune. I play it most of my live shows. Blue skies, and I tell you, with all the rain and everything we've had around here as we're taping this show, blue skies are nice to see. So let's talk about them a little bit. blue skies, like the curtain behind me, blue skies. Well, you know, I kind of thought we'd have a little extra time today because a lot of these songs are very short. And so I actually even prepared for it. It has including an extra song in the show. Now there's no charge for this, no charge. When you get your cable bill, make sure they don't say, you know, Coach Dave played an extra song, they want to charge you for it. Nay, 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 nay. So this one also stays with our theme. Written around 1954, I believe. It's a Spanish song or Mexican song, or however you want to say it, and but it was made popular by a fellow named Pres Prado. Pres Prado had a big band, Latin band, and you recognize this immediately. I won't try to do it, but with a horn, he would bend that first note to get into the song. Well, this thing doesn't bend, so I'm just going to play it pretty straight. So a little tune called Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom, White. Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom. Well, it was one of the first original tunes as a cha-cha. I remember, well, no, you probably, folks watching not old enough to remember, but in the late 50s, early 60s, almost every tune that was written with a subtle cha-cha beat. Why was that, Coach Dave? Well, you see, a lot of young ladies used to go out with other young, their friends to clubs or whatever, and nobody asked them to dance. They wanted to dance. They could always dance the cha-cha, so it became very, very big. And the song wasn't introduced as a cha-cha, but it had that subtle Latin beat, so anybody and everybody, old and young, could just dance the cha-cha when these songs came on. So that was one of the first original ones. All right, well, we're getting down towards the end of our time here, and now this tune comes with a couple of disclaimers, okay? Well, first of all, the tune, back in the old wedding band days, of course, you always had to do a set of sing-along songs. Oh, did I hate those sing-alongs. And of course, I grew to hate this next song. Then all of a sudden, the jazz guys got a hold of it. Now I love it. I play it just about every gig. It's called Bye Bye Blackbird. Now, the disclaimer number one. I do not suggest you try to tap your foot to the tempo of this song. This is going to be pretty rapid, and I cannot be responsible for sprains or strains that develops. Disclaimer number 2, and Austin better be listening on this one. On the middle somewhere, I'm going to do like a little bass solo over here. So there's going to be nothing on the right-hand keyboard, so I don't want anybody to think, don't go adjusting your sets or anything, because it's supposed to be that way, like for one chorus. So don't panic if all of a sudden there's no melody to it. All right, Little Bye-Bye Blackbird, here we go. All right, I hope everybody survived that. Didn't try to tap your foot or anything. Nobody heading to the emergency room. But yeah, that's a little bit rapid, but it's fun to play. And of course, Art Van Dam did a great rendition of that. Probably even more rapid than I was doing. But then he's Art Van Dam, or was Art Van Dam. Well, that's just about out of time here. And thank you all for watching, listening. YouTube or radio, TV, however you get this show. I would really appreciate you coming by each week and seeing what we do. And of course, as usual, the big thank you to the big guy behind the glass, who hope I didn't mess him up too much with that little bass solo. But I think we'll be okay. He generally gets it right, and as usual, if I sound good, it's Austin Ricketts. If I don't sound good, well, something probably happened with the accordion. That's what it is. So as you know, I'm always going to say, bring the young'uns in to hear tunes like this, which they never hear today. And I hope you enjoyed our little songs with color today. So let's take it home with, I do know, how about Bye Bye Blackbird?